Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League team from Square Shoulder, who is a member of the channel, so I appreciate the support there. Coming at you with a very similar team to what I brought this morning. This one, Talonflame, Ferret, morpeko. So a couple things different. Mine was a shadow and ran flamethrower. His is a non-shadow and runs Brave Bird. And then obviously the morpeko versus Clodsire. He says, I've been running this team for 3 seasons, even though the meta is hostile to it at the moment with more electric types than Bastion. I made it to page 3 of the leaderboard with this team this season, but then I started to run some other mods because I'm preparing for the Play Pokemon like Series Championship. I've submitted this core before multiple times, but thought it would still be interesting in the new meta. That core is Talonflame morpeko. This core has been around for a while. On the subject of reaction times and being caught on, for me it happens when if I'm throwing on bad timing or if my hands are cold. There is a game here where I anticipated that they would try to catch the Swift on Dust Noir and played according to that. Also, in one of the games, the opponent tried to catch an electric ore wheel on the Clodsire, but I held it because I was looking for the 4th Astonish animation from the Dust Noir before they swapped out. Keep warm, lock in, good luck on the grind. Okay, so obviously with this one, I saw just like parts of the first matchup where you had a Talonflame lead here, mirror match, and coming for Ret. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And then I quickly realized that you are doubling to fighting in the back. So looks like, maybe not for everyone, but looks like the assumption early here is that if you don't see a fighter on the lead, you may need to swap into Fret to draw one out. But let's see if it plays out like that all the time. So like I said, Talonflame mirror match. I saw that they got out into Ferret here. And we'll see where the opponent goes into Pangoro. So do have the Swift. Pangoro's a little on the glassy side, so it's still probably going to do like 50%. Nope, just under. So Sucker Punch is not adding up enough, but yeah, enough now. Close combat will take out. Night Slash I don't think takes out, for it's pretty bulky. And it is a close combat, which means just an easy incinerate down for Talonflame. They make it to a Night Slash. You take that, especially as a non-shadow. You can take this with ease. So here comes the first Night Slash. Will get the incinerate down. Now theirs does have some energy, but I was supposed to say, are you going to instant swap? You're going to just go to the fly here. Try and grab a shield. Going to the fly. On their end, they do have like a lot of energy. So are we going to force to throw here? Try and catch a fly? Going to CMP and try for, going to shield and try for CMP here. Looks like they went for the extra fast move. Were they not at a second fly maybe? So do get a second fly off. And they shield, instant swap morpeko. Now the only problem is they're going to get a move off. You're likely to have to shield anyways. Like, I don't know if I want to take a Brave Bird or a Flame Charge here. Yeah. So shielding it up in the back is Credilli. Going Psychic Fangs, then Dark Aura Wheel. I don't know if that's enough. I feel like you almost have to commit to 2 Aura Wheels here. But I don't know if you have enough. I think they probably outpace you, which is why you have to commit to this. Okay, that actually did way more than I thought, and then you can send right down. So 2 things. One, that did way more than I expected to. But 2, yeah, you weren't going to get to 2 Aura Wheels, so you just had to go 1-1. And now with it, do incinerate down. And they're not going to be able to incinerate you down, and losing the CMP 1 attack here on our Talonflame. Getting out attacked IV'd by your opponent, looks like there. Talonflame into Chargebug. So kind of a weird one. You are hitting super effective against them. They are hitting super effective against you. They're going to get to move 12 versus... Oh no, I guess if they went for that, it'd be 16. So then instant swapping. They're going to have energy. I assume your play is just to let Ferret just take all of the damage and then just kind of run with Talonflame or Peko depending on where you are. It is a Primeape. Try and get off this Swift. Just a chip. You know, Rage Fist is double resisted, so I don't think they can throw that here. You know what? They're adding up quite a lot here. So yeah, they definitely can. Those Karate Chops from a Shadow Primeape definitely do add up here. So Rage Fist is enough to take out. If you come Talonflame, you will get the Incinerate, but they will get to a second Rage Fist, which you will have to shield. So here comes the second move. You can't take a you cannot take a boosted from a Shadow Primeape. And the Chargebug comes in. And a 4 versus 5 there. Going to just sacrifice the talonflame, and game over for your opponent. It is a morpeko on a dugong. The aura wheel is super effective here, but even if they shield, first of all, they did not shield. If they did, then you still would have one shot with the dark aura wheel, and can now just commit to the thundershock down. Morpeko's still able to sweep a lot of things in the meta with its super crazy high attack stat. Okay, Marowak, good lead. You know, the non-shadow helps here. They do get to the rock side at the same timing as you here, and you both decide to go for extra. They went up for 2 extra. So now they are very loaded. 100% could be a rock slide. Are we going to call it? Are we going to shield? Calling it. It is just a bone club, so that is a big one. And they do catch on a dugong, which is okay. One I sure went through. If you want going ferret, not even going morpeko. Maybe worried that, or maybe reading that they have a second answer to this. Like the second thing weak to morpeko. Or just wanting to get ahead of ferret. Let's see what's in the back here after. So getting the Trailblaze off, not quite enough to take out, but do Sucker Punch down. Yeah, maybe reading that like a double weak to electric thing, but and then opting to shield. It is a Bastiodon in the back. And morpeko coming in right away. I got a shield, yeah. And then you might want to start throwing some aura wheels here. I think you were just trying to like let them throw so that you can just fast move time a bit better here. So here comes the first aura wheel. It's obviously not going to take out, so they should just let this go. Are they going to shield the second one? They don't need to. You know what? It's going to be pretty close if they don't. But you're so close to a third. They almost have to let this go. It's a pretty tricky situation for them. They do shield, but now you're going to get to another move here. And if the other one was close to taking out, ooh, yeah, okay. Heads up, almost sniped by your opponent there. Trying to shield the Bastiodon. Forced you to reset a 2 times boosted. You gonna try and Thundershock down? I was going to say, no, just come Sucker Punch down. Have a Trailblaze. This will chip. And if they try to get a bunch of energy, you're going to get to a second Trailblaze and take them out. So they need to throw like almost immediately here. Forcing them to throw, I guess. Maybe you should have thrown the Trailblaze. Doesn't matter too much when you're at another aura wheel, and that should be enough from this range to take them out. I haven't seen, honestly, I have not seen a ton of morpekos. Okay, so we had a Dusknoir lead. Straight into morpeko. So let me just stop it there because I get it. So I'm going to explain what I think is happening here. You have a Dusknoir lead. You still with this team are weak to fighting in the back. Although it's not a true ABB. It's not like they're both normal types in the back. One's a fighter, one's a dark electric. So you still need to try to draw out a fighter. You cannot come in ferret. Because ferret is one of the most fantastic options for your Dusknoir because it double resists the ghost and hits super effective with the sucker punches. So if I have a Dusknoir, ferret's like one of the first I'm building for. So I think with that, opting to come in with morpeko, yeah, coming in with morpeko. Get the Psychic Fangs off. It is super effective. Going to get the aura wheel off. That will do a lot of chip damage. They do shield there. It was just a visual glitch. So that is a shield there. I think they're thinking, sure, you're probably going to throw aura wheel, but that's okay. They just go Sludge Bomb. Almost, I don't know. I was about to say, I don't know about giving up switch there. You might as well just go down there. Now, you've seen Sludge Bomb. Very unlikely they have Sludge Bomb Stone Edge. That'd be a very weird combo. So you can live one Sludge Bomb. Getting to the fly. Should take out. It's going to be pretty close, like 1 HP if they do live. But no, do take out. Ferret now back onto the Dusknoir. The Dusknoir does have a Dynamic Punch, so we're going to shield this up. And they bait you and then get hit with the Altaria. I mean, the Talonflame doesn't want to see the Altaria, so this is maybe the best case scenario to see it here with a little bit of energy. And it is a Shadow one at that, so really going to put some pressure on. Probably worth the shield. Yeah, he'd probably just be taken too low, and then Talonflame would have a problem with this. Whereas now you can almost get to 2 Swifts and guarantee that this is going to be taken out or at least chipped very low. Oh, worried? Yeah, I mean, would you have lost CMP? Both of you just, I guess, anticipating catches. So both instant swapped. Get the fly off. They will farm you down before you get to another move. Maybe not. Nope, left with 1 HP. I thought a Shadow would maybe take you down, but getting 2 full incinerates off and then 1 HP left to take out the Altaria. We take that. Okay, Wigglytuff, good lead. Blastoise. Yeah. They overfarmed a crazy amount, and this just makes it an easier bait. Is it worth the bait? Yeah, I guess if they had like a 1 or 2 rollout advantage and they spam at 12.99, I guess you kind of need to bait. Now baiting for a second time, making me very uncomfortable with these baits, but both pay off. Get 2 full baits. Those Thunder Shocks really adding up on Blastoise here. Opting the shield because we just baited twice. We should get to a 3rd Side Strike, and they then come in Gastrodon. They'll get to a Water Pulse, which is fine. We take this, and then you might want to farm up a little bit more. Can we farm up the full 4 turns here? I think so. 3, 4, and throw. Yep. That's what I would do as well. They've already got the Water Pulse off. It's going to take a while to get to, not a while, but you'll get to the 4 before they get to the Body Slam and have some energy. So boosted, have some energy. Wiggly comes in, just going to chip with Swift. That's fine. How much, man, my memory's bad. How much energy do they have on the Blastoise that we're going to come to Talonflame here? Do we need to worry about a snipe is the only thing that I'm concerned about. So Talonflame comes in. Do we need to worry about a snipe? Yes, we do. Immediately gets sniped by the Blastoise. Non-shadow, so you do live. Gonna have to throw it before they get to a move. Oh, my man. Had a move and a half and then get hit. Do still incinerate down, but I thought the rollout would take you out. But able to incinerate down and get to the Brave Bird. Brave Bird should be enough to take out a Wigglytuff. Very close. Very close. Okay. We have a Moltres here. And opting to stay in because Morpeko's such an amazing answer. They have an answer, and then Ferret's a terrible response. Honestly, I'm surprised by this. I don't mind. I guess you can force the 3rd Pokemon out here. Morpeko just has such an amazing matchup against Moltres. I understand that Blastoise is a good response. Oh, Jesus. This team sucks against Morpeko. So we have a Dust Noir as the best answer to Morpeko here. So that tells you all you need to know about this team. Easy bait because they want to try to get this Morpeko out of here ASAP and just have to try and go through whatever's in the back here. It is just a Shadow Punch. That's what I thought. So it's resisted. Going to go for the Aura Wheel. And they try to catch on Moltres. And they do catch on Moltres, but they're catching an Electric Aura Wheel here. So that one-shots. And we have a Ferret still to deal with. The animation's kind of really weird and kind of almost screwed up on Morpeko here. I hate how like long the change form takes, and it just seems like it's off. Okay, Diggersby lead. They get out into Clodsire. I'm going to probably try and chip here, getting the full Incinerate through, which is nice. Gonna show the potential Stone Edge though. It is a Stone Edge. We have 2 moves here, and gonna go straight for the Brave Bird. The timers are very desynced now, is the thing. So even if that lands, you get out to Ferret, we're very desynced. They're just going to sacrifice this, get off a stone edge, and then align earthquake at that. So that's a lot of damage. So you keep switch, but down a shield. It is a Diggersby on the lead, so Trailblaze will be super effective. Obviously nowhere near enough to cause real problems just yet. If we get to another move, going to get to the Swift before they get to a potential Scorching Sands. This will chip. But looks like they are just sacrificing the Diggersby and just going to try and 2-shield whatever's in the back here. So in the back is a Jellicent, not what they are hoping to see here in a Morpeko. Going for the Psychic Fangs, knowing that they have 2 shields, that they're just going to start using it, most likely. So there's 1 shield. Surf, I think you live a Surf. It'd probably put you in the deep yellow, but you'll live. Ooh, red. Yeah, okay, Morpeko's so glassy. And they're at a second move already, opting to shield. Timer, watch the timer for snipe here. Going for an aura wheel, needing to try and take this out. Diggersby's what? Pretty low though, right? So maybe they shield. Yeah, that's the only concern, is that they are pretty low, that the Diggersby just that they're gonna shield anyways, but still getting to another move. Taking this out. Instant swap into Talonflame. Have a Brave Bird, and not that you need it. Moltres. Again, Moltres. Again, Morpeko's amazing. Fred is bad. Talonflame is neutral. And we are playing out the lead here in anticipation. I mean, again, if they have a fighter in the... I guess you don't need to worry about a fighter in the back. I didn't even think about that. With a Galarian Moltres lead, if you had a fighter in the back, like a Primeape or Annihilape, you would get killed by Charmers. So it's not like you really need to leave this matchup, because you can just team read that they do not have an answer in the back. So at this point, you grab 2 shields, you let it go, you align Morpeko. They may instant swap unless they have like a ground, well, even if they have like a Gastrodon or something. I don't know if they want to let you just over farm and commit with like a move in a bit. So they do not. The Marowak comes in right away. Gonna go fast move timing on the 4 here. I don't think it's enough to take out non-stab Trailblaze here. And they're going to get to a move here. And now what do you do? I would shield. Yeah, I would shield just because the Mudslaps would really add up and it would be pretty tough to Thundershock down. Scizor comes in. Watch the catch here. Do get to an Aura Wheel. This will one-shot because Scizor's so glassy. So goodbye, Scizor. Hello, what's left of the Moltres, and it's not enough energy to deal with, to cause us any problems. Dragonite, tough lead, gonna come Fret. They are staying in just to come in with the Carbink. Okay. Sucker Punches are resisted. Trailblaze is super effective. Probably gonna need like 3 of them because Sucker Punch is resisted. Meanwhile, those Rock Throws are adding up. They could take another move. They may just let this move go too. And they do. And they're going to get to a move here. Swift is resisted, but I think double boosted is worth the try here. And they know it is resisted and live. And you are going to let it go. And now going down with 1 HP. Rock Throw, super effective. I mean, yeah, Rock Throw is super effective on the Talonflame. Double super effective, so coming in Morpeko, showing your last Pokemon. Met with the Dunsparce. Talonflame has nowhere to go in this matchup. They definitely have energy on the Dragonite. Do you catch here? 1 in catch. Yep, try the 1 in catch. 1 in catch successful. They still may throw a Rock Slide because they know that this may happen. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's actually like a smart heads up play to throw the Rock Slide, knowing that your opponent is going to try to catch that there. The Dragonite uses Thunder Punch. The The Dragon Breaths are still obviously going to add up. Now, how much energy did they have versus you? And then if they need to catch it, or they're just going to outpace you, or they're just going to out Dragon Breath you. Holy smokes, these Dragon Breaths are really adding up here. Even though we did a Psycho Cut here, or Psychic Fangs, I should say. But they could just maybe let this go and then get to a charge move on that. Yeah, that's what I would do too. Take the shield on the Dunsparce, knowing that you're going to get to a charge move here before you Thundershock down. So they'll take you out. It's a tough lead against the Dragonite there. Okay, so it's interesting because I know the Talonflame Morpeko core has been so strong for a long time. You're going to see the member here get up to 2583. I know the Talonflame Morpeko core has been insane for a while. I've used the Talonflame Ferret team twice now. I mentioned in my video this morning that I was up 4-0 set to 2545. Make that 2550 sub 50, I think 57, 58 with a 3-2 set. So I've now gone with Talonflame Ferret and a third Pokemon, 7 straight positive sets up to my highest elo. And here we have a Talonflame Ferret with the Morpeko core with Talonflame, a very strong core from last season, and Ferret obviously pretty good as well. This is why I like Shadow Talonflame better, and I think you identified it in the beginning here, that the meta is hostile to this team with more electric types and Bastiodon. So Morpeko can kind of deal with the other electric types, but one of the main electric types you're talking about is the Dene, which would resist Morpeko's moves, and it could threaten with Play Rough, but the Aura Wheels are going to really add up as well. But if you had like a Shadow and Talonflame, you can like actually kind of incinerate your way through a lot of those. And then Bastiodon, Morpeko can kind of combo Bastiodon. They don't have like they're not amazing versus Bastiodon, but they can combo it. But thanks for the submissions. Very funny, not funny, but I looked at, so I'm shooting this, I'm getting ahead in advance. I'm pumping out a bunch of videos on Friday here. So this video is being shot on Friday for Monday afternoon. Friday morning, I checked my submissions. No submissions. So I was sitting at just one, and it was like a viewer's like Excel table that he showed me. So that's still sitting in there, but it was just no other responses. So I shot a video that you saw on Saturday about spending money in the game. I already had a video for Sunday. I shot my Monday morning video, and I was going to showcase my updated team for Monday afternoon. And I'm like, I'll just check one more time. And 4 submissions popped up. So I had 4 submissions pop up in a span of like 5 hours. So love it. Problem is a little late. So much so that this will be the last video this week. So I see your submissions. IGN, Artyom, and Jason again. I see that you've submitted, but I haven't looked at them yet. And now we're at League Turnover. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It is Ultra League and Jungle Cup. So those submissions are probably going to be ones I use because I don't have any other teams. I do have the other team. I have this core plus a third Pokemon. But I will showcase these the next time Great League comes around in a couple weeks. So stay tuned for those. Yeah, for those of you who are going to submit, especially this week coming up, this week is an ugly one. It's Ultra League and Jungle Cup. Jungle Cup was on twice last season. If you're going to submit, ideally submit Jungle Cup teams by like Wednesday or Thursday. If you're submitting on Friday, I'm probably close to already having an idea of what I'm doing for the rest of the week. It's very rare that you submit Friday that you're going to actually get up. Maybe you'll get up on Monday, maybe not though. So if you want to ensure that I have a pretty good chance of showcasing your battles, honestly submit it within the first 24 hours of the thing. Play Jungle Cup on Tuesday, upload it Tuesday night or like Wednesday morning, and that's very likely that I will showcase your teams if you do that. Almost guarantee it I will. So just a heads up there, link in the description if you want to submit. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.